The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Carolina Panthers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy. What talking about? And bring it. Get it.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Certainly was a great September for Christian McCaffrey. Offensive player of the month. 629 yards from scrimmage in that first month, including 25 catches, 4 total touchdowns. And then he began October even stronger. A massive day, Week 5 against Jacksonville. 237 total yards and 3 touchdowns, including an 84-yarder. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen, and he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try. You clean, but in that case that didn't happen. 0 accountability and a sack resulted.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Newton. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Set, hut, 18 gator, 18 gator. Check, walk 54, walk 54. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Trey Boston shot through on the safety blitz for the sack. On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Roberts got it. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, he's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this.
Jackson on the keeper. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
A gain of 2, just like we saw on 1st and 2nd down as well. Deuce is wild. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They will go for it. Now Newton. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
He's going to fire one deep over the... Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigskin at the 7-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Steps away. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Bowler. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down. Jackson to Boyle here over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. On the move to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before the break. Newton steps away to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go look.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. He uncorks it for Snead. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, there to make the grab. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Gun. Just like that. Just like that. No. Greg. Here we go.
On first down, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Newton now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Kill. 8.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton, and that's off the mark, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage is way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on fourth down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson going to throw again. Buying time to his left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go for it.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Dante Jackson picks it. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. McCaffrey on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Newton. Thomas has got it. Complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas, 36 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown.
Hey.
Now Newton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
3rd down and 6.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike 5-4. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Newton now to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points in. They've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing that one decision.
Willie Snead all alone. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, 75 yards, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a let.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 75 yards, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. Newton to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
It's going to be a long day. He's checking.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 50. Check 50.
And the blitz does come. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete as well. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Check Mike 54. Mike 50. Check. SOS. Whip. Watch the whip.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to win the football game. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Flush to his right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Check 4. 20. Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Gun. Check.
Throwing here, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked out by Marlon Humphrey. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming. Go. Banjo.
Throwing now is Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. 4th down. Here's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 5-4.
One last shot for Jackson. Snead's got it. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively?
One stop.
One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But